Second day at the RSX Europeans, and the hit was on. All the windsurfers gathered early in the morning to fix their damages and trim their sails, discussing about their races. Burgas is a wonderful location, and the local authority has done a great job in order to satisfy the sailors and their audience. Let's hear what Carmen Filiov has to say about it.
City of Burgas, Municipality of Burgas, and the Bulgarian Sailing Federation, they support this event. They do the best to have a nice event. They do the best to have people here which will know Burgas as a nice place for tourism.
Today, the forecast shows light winds until 1400, when the breeze will get to 12 knots. Will they sail the first race on planing conditions or pumping hard? At 1300, the first race started, with Korzits on the committee boat side trying to place himself on top. Seconds later, all the windsurfers started tacking, with Korzits in the leading position. Who would round the first mark on top? At the downwind mark, Ivan Pasta from Spain had a safe lead. A few meters behind, Zabari from Israel chose the same mark to round and followed his rival. The surprise belonged to Esposito from Italy, who was in the third position just in front of Korzits. The rounding for the rest of the windsurfers turned out to be really crowded, with Moreno from Spain lucky enough to round a few meters before. At the first race of the second group, there was a general recall, since all the windsurfers were in a hurry and did not wait. A lot of stress for everybody. At the second start, the Polish team did an excellent job choosing the windward side. The windsurfers tacked almost immediately and sailed towards the right side of the course. The Cypriot managed to tack before them and pumped hard. He was fast and gained some precious meters before the ley line. Pierre Lecoq rounded the first mark at the top position, whilst Cariolo did a wonderful job and got second. Just a few meters behind, Miska and Grodzicki were chasing him. All three jibed right after the mark and headed to the left side of the course. This was the right choice, since the breeze is much stronger and they can get easily into planing conditions. Those that chose the right side, including Kolev from Bulgaria, lost precious meters and places. After a fast downwind, Lecoq was still first, while Grodzicki had a problem on the camper. This was a great chance for Miska to gain some meters. He sailed lower than his rival to the left side of the course and chased Lecoq. Who would win? At the same time, everything is live on the web. Great job of the RSX class.
And basically, we have a Java-enabled telephone on each mark and on the finishing line. And as a board rounds that mark or crosses the finishing line, the operator simply taps in the seeding number of that sailor, and 10 seconds later the result or the rounding is up on the web for everybody to see.
Before the second race, the wind got stronger and all the windsurfers had to trim again and check the breeze. At the second race, the Greek champion had an excellent start, which gave him the first position. Straight after the men, the women were ready to start, with Ricard Eugenie from France taking an early lead. She did an excellent start sailing on port. The women seem to be very competitive and equal to the men. They're sailing to the limits and try hard during the race. Who will win the European trophy? At the same time, the youth boys and girls were racing on the west side of the Gulf, and the hit was on with the young windsurfers. Sailing with red sails with a smaller surface is not as easy as it looks. Among them, Tarnowski from Poland is leading the fleet in front of Lewis from France and Urbanowicz from Poland. Let's have a look at the results. Tomorrow, the windsurfers will get some rest and prepare themselves for Thursday. Stay tuned.